Go.
Happy self-quarantine day one. Here's some things you can do at home so that you can keep your bodies in shape, ready for the season, and also so that you can see some of the videos we're gonna be doing and giving you guys these next couple weeks, making sure that your body's prepped to do that, okay? Today's focus is our hips and our hamstrings, hips and hammies we'll call it. We might be sitting around playing a lot of video games or just sitting on our phone. That's gonna pull everything tight in our hips and actually extend the line of our back leg, which is actually gonna hurt us in the long run. So we're gonna do what we can to work all that out so that you can fill out and do some drills at home and keep your bodies moving and give yourself a little break from those screens, okay? So first one we're gonna do is just some of us call it elephants, I call it toe taps. You're gonna step your up 1 foot out. You're gonna hinge at your hips, so you're gonna send your booty backwards as you bend your opposite knee, and you can kind of sweep up to your toes, and then you'll step through and do the other leg. You'll bend and hinge, micro bend in your opposite knee, keep the straight and stretched leg, or the stretched leg straight, flex your toe, you'll feel a stretch right in the back of your knee, and then you can sweep up as you stand. So you'll walk and do this, flex your toe, reach up and through, stop, make sure you're sending your hips backwards as you lead with your chest, and you'll step as many times. Give yourself a good amount of space, maybe put 2 objects out, give yourself that distance all the way out. In the training center, we go from the red lane to the red lane. Give yourself a good 5 to 10 on each leg, just walking through. You can do this in your house, turn around, go the other way. Instead of doing the same thing back, you're gonna start to activate and get that front side of the quad, which actually is gonna get up into your hip. You'll come with your same hand, grab the same ankle, and pull your heel to your booty, and then step through. Left hand, left foot, pull your heel to your booty, step a couple steps, work it out, hand to ankle, pull and squeeze. And again, you'll do the same number of reps in that same distance so you get the same stretch. Again, we're focusing on our hips and our hamstrings. So we're gonna do our open the gate, close the gate progression. Lift your knee to your hip height and then pull it to the side and work it down and put your feet back together. Step through, your knee comes up to your hip, feel that little pinch, and then open the gate as far as you can and swing it back around before you put your foot back down. We're working the hip capsule here, so getting that really good blood flow, filling up into the hips so that you can find that nice stretch. Make sure you're doing both sides, okay? And you almost wanna overextend the knee behind you, so your foot's actually kind of kicking backwards before you put your foot back down. And again, do the same distance, opening the gate, and then when you send it back, you're gonna pull your knee out first, and again, maybe get that hyperextension or overextension and pull it around to step it back through. And then do the other side. Pull your knee backwards to open through the hip, and then squeeze your knee forward before you put your foot next to the other. You can take a step while you do it, so you can almost bring space between your feet as you pull around and squeeze. Again, we wanna kind of over-exaggerate. Another one we can do for our hips here, again, same distance that you started your stretch, go one way with one stretch, send it back with the other. Another one we'll go through is our shuffle. You'll do that fast, but before we do that, get in your nice athletic stance that I think we'll be talking about later in some of our goalie drills. Great for any footwork start, good core engagement, big hinge in your hips, a little bend in your knees and light feet, and you'll step over a gate, follow, and then you'll step under the gate. So think about if a little fence was here, I'd step 1 foot over, step the other foot over, and then think about that same fence, and now I have to creep under it. Okay, we're getting those outside of the booty and your hips to warm up, kind of the same as the open the gate, close the gate, but this under the gate portion is gonna give you that outside glute muscle engagement, which we're gonna try to get stretched out and activated. Over the gate, under the gate, under the gate. And this one you're actually gonna send back the same, facing the same direction, so you can get the other side of your leg. So this side, I'm really getting the left leg and the right side when I go over. Left leg right here, right leg right here. And that you can do in the same distance. What I talked about first, that shuffle, now that we've kind of gotten some good stretches in our hips, you can make that as long as you want. You can go 2 times each way, 1 time with one stretch, 1 time the other, then start to pick up the pace. Nice athletic stance, get yourself a good shuffle, all the way in whatever distance you chose, send it back facing the same direction, so you're getting the other side of your legs. Nice and low, core engaged, strong legs to warm it all up. All right, now that you've got a good stretch in, or maybe you've already done your drills at home, here's a cool down stretch or an option just to do this video as it is. Find some space where you can, no equipment needed. You can be in shoes, you can be in socks, you can be in barefoot. Here's a little yoga flow to help your body either recover from doing some drills or kind of get that blood flowing if you're ready to start moving again. Start with your hands by your sides and your feet right underneath your hips in a nice relaxed stance, and maybe bring your belly button to your spine to kind of pull in your core lock. And then you'll reach your arms up overhead, maybe feel a stretch in your shoulders. Breathe in as you lift up and grow 1 inch taller, and you'll fold all the way down. Bring your hands as low as you can. If you touch the floor, great. Bend your knees to touch the floor and step your left foot back into a lunge. From here, you should stack your knee over your ankle, reach through your opposite heel and really feel your hips kind of come down to the floor. Bring your hand to the inside of your foot that's on the ground. Again, charge your back heel to the back of the room or wherever you are, and then just reach up right here. And you can hold this for a couple breaths. You'll probably feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor of your straight leg. And then when you maybe take 3 or 4 big breaths right here, come down to your back knee, bring your hand to the inside of your front foot, shimmy it out so that your hands are on the inside of your foot, and you can hold this runner's lunge stretch and get even deeper into this front hip, maybe a little bit to the back hip. If you need a pillow underneath your hands right here, that's fine too. You can hold this for as long as you want, probably even up to 5 minutes. If you can, you'll feel a really big stretch when you're done with that. When you're ready to move out of it, come back, lift the back of your leg, come back to your hands, step your foot back into a high plank. You can hold your high plank, work on your core, and then just walk your feet to your hands. And again, you'll start with that big lift up, grow really big and really tall, and then fold down. Hands can touch your shins, or if you need pillows under your hands or blankets to help, bend your knees and step your right foot back. And do the same thing here. Make sure your front knee is over your front ankle. Fire up the right leg this time, or the opposite leg. Hands are on the ground. You can bob your hips, maybe rock forward, back, side to side, especially the first times through. And then lift your hand, same knee. So the knee that's up, that hand lifts to the ceiling, and then squeeze your shoulders and you'll feel your wingspan really engage right here. And lift up, maybe you roll out your wrist and feel that. And when you've held this for a while, couple breaths, hand comes to the inside of your foot, come down to your back knee and hold the runner's lunge on this side. You can rock forward and back. Breathe into tightness, so if you feel a big stretch here, you can relax your head and neck. Bringing your hands up on a pillow will help relieve some of that pressure or the stretch. And then when you're ready, curl your back toes under, lift your knee, step your foot back into your high plank, and then step it up. So when you flow this, once you first round, hold those poses, each that twist and that runner's lunge, and then you can kind of flow this and get your body moving a little quicker. Inhale, lift up, exhale, fold down. Step your left foot back, reach your right arm high, hands to the inside, step your foot back. Step both of them up, inhale, lift, exhale, fold. What did I just do? Step it back, lift up, put it down, foot back, and then start it again. Lift up, fold down, foot back, reach up to twist, hand down, foot back. Both feet up, arms up, chest up, fold down, one foot back. I think I just did that one.
Yeah.
Reach up to twist, hand down, high plank, step up,
all the way up to center. You can do that up to 10 times if you just want to flow. The more you do it, the more openness you'll get in your hips. Or the longer you hold those, the deeper the stretch is going to be. Have fun.